What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Northeast Pigeons. I want to share with you guys a crazy hawk encounter story that happened a few weeks back. I was going through the typical Sunday morning routine, which was just going out, getting the water can, which was frozen solid, and fixing up the dividers inside, and just scraping out the droppings. It was so cold out that day that the droppings were rock solid. The nice thing about having a small setup is that it doesn't take a lot of time to clean it. So usually I like to clean my Kitbox twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, just to keep it clean. After 10 minutes of flying, the birds all came down together, and Rocky, he trapped immediately. Meanwhile, Grizzy and Cece, they just didn't want to go in, so I decided, let me just feed them outside a little bit, just because it's something that I enjoy doing. And I tried whistling them in, tried calling them in, but they had their own plans. They did not want to go in, they just wanted to hang out. I didn't have time to babysit them, so I figured whatever. They know how to trap, they'll go in when they're ready. At this point, the birds were out for about 4 hours, and the sun was starting to set, starting to get late. So I went down to take a look to see if they came back, and sure enough, they weren't there. So I just started kind of walking out, looking up, looking around to see if I could see the birds anywhere. And sure enough, I saw one bird flying around, and that was Grizzy, which was kind of weird because usually Grizzy and Cece, they stay together. So when he came back down by himself, that kind of got me a little nervous as to where Cece might be or what happened to him. So I waited for Grizzy to come down, and then I called him in, and he went inside and trapped right away. So at this point, I decided to scan through my cameras to see if I could find anything as far as any signs of where the birds might have went, or if there were any predators around. So I backtracked the time, and here you can see Grizzy and Cece on the left side of the house, and they slowly kind of just walked their way in between my house and the neighbor's house. And then shortly after, if you look on the top right where the neighbor's fence starts, you'll see an object fly in, and then it goes in between the house. That was kind of hard to see, so here's another camera view, and you can see it there fly across and then between the house. So this happens fast. You can see Grizzy and Cece fly out as the hawk chases them, and the hawk is able to catch Cece, who is higher up, and just grabs them mid-air and brings them down into the street and just starts tearing them apart there. So this kind of just goes on for several minutes, and just luckily though, miraculously, someone happens to walk their dog, and as they got closer, it spooked the hawk off, and Cece too was able to fly off. So whoever that was basically saved his life. After seeing that on the camera, I decided to go for a walk, see if I could find him. Maybe he was hurt and just hiding in a bush, under a car, or in the tree. So I just walked up and down the street whistling, trying to call him back. And while I was doing that, to my surprise, he actually came home. And I wasn't aware of this until I came back to check on Grizzy, just to make sure he was okay. Man, let me tell you, Cece is one lucky bird. He came down, came in, claimed his spot, and even started cooing and just acting like nothing happened to him, although he was all bloody on that left side of his wing. You can kind of see that right there, the discoloration. So guys, I just went to check on the other bird, and sure enough, he's back too, but he got hit. He's got a little damage, bleeding. Looks like the bleeding has stopped, but you can see right down there I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up and see how bad the damage is, and then put them inside the one of the quarantine cages in the garage and just let them rest up. And wow, man, that's just one lucky bird right there. You are one lucky guy, man. Current setup. I got him in the house with some food and water. And just gonna keep him in here since I washed him off. It's too cold in the garage. Well, he's still wet, so I figured I'd leave him inside the house so he can warm up in here at least. And then I'll bring him out to the garage later. Maybe tomorrow when he's dried up.